Please, just stop. What's up, family? It's your boy Danny, alive and in the flesh and back, reminding you that you are beautiful enough, you're strong enough, and you're capable enough, which means that you're good enough. And you're going to stay that way because you're going to eat meat and move weight. And on these two commandments and these two commandments alone, all of the nutritional law and prophecies hang. Let's get started, shall we? Now, vegans often assert that the difference between carnivores and herbivores is that carnivores can synthesize their own vitamin C, whereas herbivores and human beings cannot. Here's a typical example from the What the Health, that stupid documentary, the What the Health webpage, which says, plant eaters need a source of vitamin C because what, you got a mouse in your pocket? Bodies don't make it. Whereas vitamin C is widely distributed throughout plant foods. Conversely, carnivores make their own vitamin C. First, this is blatant question begging. Plant eaters don't need a source of vitamin C because our bodies don't make it. Any animal that needs vitamin C and can't synthesize it needs a dietary source of vitamin C. Secondly, remember, this type of argument never seems to work in reverse. The fact that heme iron, B12, and zinc, and other nutrients necessary for human survival are widely distributed throughout animal foods, yet missing, diminished, or not readily absorbable or bioavailable in plant foods never seems to suggest to vegans that human beings are uniquely adapted for eating animal products. Third, while it is true that humans cannot synthesize vitamin C, that's a fact, not in dispute. The inability to do so is actually due to a loss in a particular gene, which we once had, that codes for a particular enzyme that catalyzes particular immediate reactions necessary for the synthesis of vitamin C. These gene losses and later reactivations in some species are unrelated to the allegedly natural diet of the species involved. Okay, proof time. Now, I want you to take a look at this phylogenetic tree here, which shows which mammalian species can and which mammalian species cannot synthesize vitamin C on their own. Those that are in black can, and those that are in gray, wow, that's a really low contrast for, I'm gonna have to fix that post. Those that are in gray cannot. I want you to notice something. Are horses, cows, and sheep carnivores? As you can see from the chart, there's absolutely no correlation between a mammalian's ability to synthesize, or mammalian species' ability to synthesize vitamin C and their dietary behaviors. The lack of the ability to synthesize vitamin C does not imply that an organism is an herbivore any more than the ability to synthesize vitamin C proves or demonstrates that an animal is a carnivore. Can I get an amen? Can I get a like and a subscribe, please, as well? Hit the buttons down below. Smash, smash, smash. Additionally, the ability to synthesize vitamin C isn't some special carnivore trick or some meat eater magic. The vast majority of animals are capable of performing this function. In fact, the vast majority of herbivores can do it. Let me repeat. The vast majority of herbivores are capable of synthesizing their own vitamin C. We are the exception here, not the norm, people. In fact, it's easier to list the animals that can't synthesize their own vitamin C than it is to list the ones that can. The ones that can't are the anthropoid primates, monkeys, apes, humans, some caviomorph rodents, that's like guinea pigs, and those cute little capybaras, or capybara, I don't know how you say that.
Capybara. Capybara.
Some fruit bats, some birds in the Passeriformes order, and teleost fishes, which are like I don't know, like clownfish, I think? I don't know. Now, you already know enough to destroy a vegan in a debate about this issue, but we're going to take it a few steps further here, because this particular vegan myth really, really gets to me, and it's because of the horse thing, okay? So, allow me to take a little detour so that we can break the legs of this myth, crack its skull wide open, and leave it to bleed to death on the side of the road once and for all. Vegans love to talk about how our saliva contains alpha amylase, which is an enzyme that helps break down or digest plant foods, which is not typically found in any significant or appreciable amounts in the saliva of carnivores. Therefore, for vegans, salivary amylase production is supposed to indicate herbivorousness, while the lack of salivary amylase production is supposed to indicate carnivorousness. Do you know where else we can find the lack of salivary amylase production? In horses, that's right. And per our above chart, horses are also capable of producing their own vitamin C. That means horses both, 1, lack salivary amylase production, and 2, are capable of producing their own vitamin C, just like carnivores. Holy shit, man! Horses are carnivores! Why the are we feeding them hay? We should be feeding them other horses! Wait, what? I know it sounds crazy, but follow me here, and I really want you to follow me because it gets even more deliciously ironic. If we fed horses other horses, they wouldn't get scurvy. That's right. Wait. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are horses carnivores or are they a piece of citrus? From the Wikipedia page on scurvy. Well, some animal products, including liver, 𝙤𝙤𝙪𝙧𝙗, I think that's how you say that, it's like whale skin, oysters, parts of the central nervous system, including the adrenal medulla, the brain, and the spinal cord, contain large amounts of vitamin C and can be used to treat scurvy. Fresh meat from animals which make their own vitamin C, which most animals do, friendly reminder, contains enough vitamin C to prevent scurvy and even partly treat it. In some cases, notably that of French soldiers who fed on or who consumed fresh horse meat, it was discovered that meat alone, solo carne, even partly cooked meat, could alleviate the symptoms of scurvy. And from the Wikipedia page on the Discovery Expedition, which you should also read, I'm going to read this one directly. A group under Armitage reconnoitered, that's right, reconnoitered in the mountains to the west, returning in October with the expedition's first symptoms of scurvy. Armitage later blamed the outbreak, on Scott, who was the leader of the expedition, on Scott's sentimental objection to the slaughter of animals for fresh meat. Which means even like in 1902 on Antarctica, vegans were annoying people. There isn't a single continent that hasn't been touched by these human panda bears running around annoying the rest of us that are just trying to get enough meat to survive. After Armitage raised enough of a stink, the entire expedition's diet was quickly revised and the trouble was thereafter contained. They used lightly fried seal meat and liver, whereby complete recovery from the incipient symptoms of scurvy was reported to have taken less than 2 weeks. When you take all these facts into consideration, the water solubility of vitamin C, the body's natural storage capacity for vitamin C, the fact that only a small number of species have ever lost the ability to synthesize it, and the fact that it only takes a teeny amount of it to stay healthy. I mean, seriously, just don't subsist entirely on Oreos like this dumb idiot here did, and you'll be fine. Well, what that means then, if we take all these things into consideration, is that focusing on supplements or the vitamin C content of lemons or limes, lightly cooked seal meat, or fresh horse meat is an unnecessary distraction from bigger issues. Divide your focus appropriately or you'll end up going cuckoo like Linus Pauling did, thinking that if you just mainline enough vitamin C, you're going to cure cancer or feel like $1 million. Anybody promising you that you're going to feel like you're 18 again on any diet is full of shit. Which is also full of B12, so I don't know, maybe eat that. Let me break it down for you in order of importance. 1. Oxygen. 2. Water. 3. Energy or calories. 4. Protein. 5. Fats. And coming in dead last, together in 6th place, is vitamins and minerals. They are called micronutrients for a reason, people. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Chuck a deuce!